All right, hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. We're just gonna have a quick topic. It's 9 o'clock. Gonna put the kids to bed soon, so gonna wind down the night. Just had a lot of thoughts coming through today. Had some great ideas. It was a very productive Tuesday, and I thought, I wouldn't be doing my part if I didn't touch base and serve the community. So, that being said, we're gonna start off vlog number 4 with a quick intro. Basically, this video is going to be about one topic, which is cognitive reframing. There's a lot of things that go into health and my routine and productivity and optimal protocols, but what I want to mainly focus on is something that is a skill, specifically cognitive reframing. Now, this one skill can take you from right here, level 1, all the way to level 10. Just developing this one thing. It's a habit that we all have, but it's also something that's trainable. So keep that in mind. Anything can be developed. Now, with a little bit of music, we're about to be put onto some free game. All right, get ready. Now, one of the things about health and wellness that I realize is I want to have a holistic viewpoint on this. I don't think what works for me is guaranteed going to work for you. I don't think what works for Nancy down the street is going to work for Donna next door. So we have to keep an open mind and just view everything with a holistic approach. I try to keep everything psychologically holistic, whole systems thinking. When I was a grower, I was really fascinated with regenerative farming. I like to do cover crops. I'd also like to grow, with permaculture in mind, which permaculture is a certain strategy to land management that people do, but it takes in the entire ecosystem. So you have animals that are in and around ponds that thrive in that environment, and it's all connected as one ecosystem. So you're putting in certain inputs over here that are benefiting the outputs over here. I think that's a big part of building businesses today. You need to be doing it with ESG scores in mind, with sustainability in mind, and trying to do it on a low budget. So you're not like spending more money on certain areas that you could be saving money. That'll be another video. We'll talk about all types of stuff when it comes to sustainability. But for this video, and we're rolling, we're about 4 minutes in, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about cognitive reframing. So what is cognitive reframing? For me, let me come up, let me find it. Cognitive reframing is a psychological technique that helps people change the way they think about situations, events, and emotions. So my personal story, I got really good. I realized when other people get emotional or get upset about something during their work day or whatever it is in sports, getting super excited about a big win, totally down and depressed about a loss. So these emotional swings, I realized that, okay, I benefit myself and I bring my team more value if I stay even keel, level-headed. So I started to practice and read about this one thing called cognitive reframing, and it kept coming up. I actually enrolled myself into a counseling group, and I would go like once a month. It helped me like talk out my emotions. I met a bunch of people who suffered from all types of I guess you'd say anger management type issues. And so we got to share these emotional experiences and kind of do a deep dive. Personally, I got to really view my shadow and do a deep dive into like what triggers me, what keeps me depressed. Time thinking about these things, it gave me a lot of perspective on myself and how to handle other things and how to handle the world as well as being a leader in my role and place in that world. So to reframe your mind and to start focusing on your breath. So the main thing you're doing while you're breathing is you're connecting your thought patterns. You're removing it from the emotion and refocusing it on your breath. So you're taking something from the outside, from something outside of your thoughts and your environment, to now internalizing it and bringing it inward. Cold plunges, sauna, these things are tools to reconnect to the central nervous systems. Something to keep in mind. Another tool for cognitive reframing is something I like to do. I call a friend. So I'm getting emotional, something's going on, I'm getting super excited. I'm getting euphoric because I'm so excited about this thing. I'm obsessed. Okay, I would call my spouse and I would just talk to her. And I talk through the things I'm thinking. So if I'm super excited, I'd just be like, yeah, I'd get excited and I would play it out. I'd talk it all out, all the stuff I'm thinking, anything that's flowing through here, it goes in and I send it out and I speak it out. So what it does is it gives you another viewpoint to view what's happening. It allows you a different perspective on the current situation. So a third tool that I would use for cognitive reframing, this one is kind of my secret, my gem, and it's writing. So one of the things you can do is you can have a Solomon chat once a week where you go in, you write all your brutal, honest opinions of what's happening. You can basically write down situations, you can reframe them to have a different perspective. So I always think that reevaluating stuff on paper is way smarter than just reacting or making a decision impulsively. So it allows you to get the thoughts out, see the way you're thinking, see the way you're behaving, and compare it, give it a fresh set of eyes, and even sleep on it and rethink about it one more time. So this skill of cognitive reframing is going to help you handle any adversity. So things that come up, things that might give you trouble. For example, say in sports, say you strike out, you go up or you go 0 for 3 one day, don't even get on base, and you're kind of having negative thoughts. I suck. I should have done this. Oh, how did I strike out to this guy? He's terrible. Cognitive reframing would be the practice. It would basically, you take that thought pattern, you recognize it, starts with awareness. Number one thing is awareness. As soon as it comes into your awareness, the thought, oh my God, I'm being negative, I'm being depressive, I'm beating myself up right now, this is not a good thinking pattern. As soon as you're aware of that, that's when the reframing begins. That's now how well do you think of something positive? How well do you reconnect to the work you've been putting in? And oh man, guess what? Tomorrow, even though I went 0 for 3, as soon as I get back, I could go to the hitting cages and fix the problem right now. I could freaking set up, plan out my day tomorrow, get back in the cages and hit and fix and find a solution to what's going on, what's in my swing right now. So another example would be, you're in class, you get your homework back, and all of a sudden you got a D on your homework. You're like, holy crap, I thought I did pretty good on this. I gave it some effort. What's up? Coming back the next day, you're more prepared. A refocused reframing, cognitive reframing perspective would be like, okay, I'm coming back and I'm going to study even harder. Realizing that any negative thought can be reversed or transmuted through action. So taking your thoughts and your mindset and realizing, holy crap, I can turn this into something great. I can turn this into something that I love, that is positive and beneficial to the world if I take positive action. Now, what is positive action? 1,000 steps? For that person, positive action is going outside and walking. So all it is something you've previously thought or done that's affected your life in a positive way. Taking that action. And I'm telling you guys, the most effective one for a lot of people is exercise. There's a reason that you look at the NIH, National Institute of Health, and you see that exercise is the #1 determinant factor of obesity, prediabetes, and all types of Alzheimer's, all types of brain diseases. So exercise is a major factor. And if you want to have superpowers in today's world, if you want to have the cognitive reframing abilities of an expert, you should practice exercise and meditation and taking small actionable steps. I'm talking like 3-minute breath work, 30-second cold shower, 1-mile walk outside. It takes like 30 minutes of your whole day. I mean, that is not that difficult. And if you can learn to do it 2 days in a row or even 10 days in a row, you can learn to do it for the rest of your life. And changing just a little bit each day can go a long way. Small steps to get a big milestone. That's the key. That's the secret. So I'm going to close today with a quick reading from this book. It's called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Okay, I know this backwards, but we're going to start with the pretty good one. Now, I like to read this book because it's not like front page to back page. It's just like a few different topics, like number 13. It's just 2 pages. This one says, become more patient. So they're just little snippets of wisdom that really help you. Okay, number 11. Imagine that everyone is enlightened except you. This strategy gives you a chance to practice something that is probably completely unacceptable to you. However, if you give it a try, you might find that it's one of the most helpful exercises in self-improvement. As the title suggests, the idea is to imagine that everyone you know and everyone you meet is perfectly enlightened. That is, everyone except you. The people you meet are all here to teach you something. Perhaps the obnoxious driver or disrespectful teenager is here to teach you about patience. The punk rocker might be here to teach you to be less judgmental. Your job is to try to determine what the people in your life are trying to teach you. You'll find that if you do this, you'll be far less annoyed, bothered, and frustrated by the actions and imperfections of other people. You can actually get yourself in the habit of approaching life in this manner, and if you do, you'll be glad you did. Often, once you discover what someone is trying to teach you, it's easy to let go of your frustration. For example, suppose you're in the post office and the postal clerk appears to be intentionally moving slowly. Rather than feeling frustrated, ask yourself the question, what is he trying to teach me? Maybe you need to learn about compassion, how hard it would be to have a job that you don't like. Or perhaps you could learn a little more about being patient. Standing in line is an excellent opportunity to break your habit of feeling impatient. You may be surprised at how fun and easy this is. All you're really doing is changing your perception from why are they doing this to what are they trying to teach me. Take a look around today at all the enlightened people. So, all right, you guys, that was a little bit of golden gems, just some tiny golden nuggets for you to take into the week. I hope you have a really positive week, and I hope you stay disciplined. Write down 2 new goals for next week, and then write down like 10 new goals for the next year. This is easy. You guys can manifest this. I know you can. Anybody can do it. Trust me, if I can do it, anybody can do it. You guys, one more thing I want to close with before we finish this video. I was thinking, like, what's the most effective lyrics that have gotten me through the hardest times and pushed me through really dark moments? And I gotta say, it's Lil Wayne, Fireman. This one still holds true. Came out in 2005 from the Carter 2. Here we go. Let's see. All right, here we go. So it goes a little something like this. He-Man, ski mask, spending next week's cash. He fast. I'm passing him out. And I don't even need a G-pass. I'm past that. I'm passing him out now. And you can't have that. That gotta be abstract. You catch my girl legs. Ask where the cash at. Boy. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great week. We'll catch you next time.